Coming up, walking tall after a devastating accident. David, you're a paralysed man who can walk.
Yeah.
The man who's proving to the world.
Push the limits even further and improve more.
That the impossible isn't.
Do you think you could do away with this walker in your lifetime?
That's next on 60 Minutes. It's important to be reminded that sometimes what we think is impossible isn't. 14 years ago, David Mzee suffered terrible spinal injuries after an accident on a trampoline. He was told he'd be a wheelchair-dependent paraplegic for the rest of his life. That was news David didn't want to hear, so he didn't listen. What he wanted was to walk again. And with much perseverance and great help from a lot of very smart people, he now does. David Mzee is a man determined to show the world that even as a paraplegic, there's nothing he can't do. This adrenaline junkie is still ticking off new challenges, and today we've joined him for his very first surf lesson.
I could hear your cheers from the city, I reckon. It looked like fun. Was it fun?
Oh, it was amazing. I didn't expect it to be that much fun. I didn't expect the last waves being that strong. It's amazing.
Most of the time, David may need a wheelchair, but he refuses to let that limit him. He's tried his hand at just about everything. Scuba diving, kite surfing, and quad biking. This adventurer lives life against the odds. But no one would have ever imagined he'd learn to walk again.
All right.
Unbelievable. It really is.
There we go.
David, you're a paralysed man who can walk. That will never cease to amaze.
Yeah, it's even for myself, it's still strange to really think about it, and especially to think what it looks from the outside. It's when you see how the people around you react and what it does to them, and they're really surprised because it's not an everyday thing to see someone in a wheelchair stand up and walk.
60 Minutes first met David in his home of Switzerland in 2019. These early, tentative steps weren't just remarkable to watch, they were a giant leap forward for science.
The stimulation is kicking in, the muscles are twitching.
Back then, David was one of the first in a groundbreaking medical trial to have an electrical implant placed at the base of his damaged spinal cord. Pulses from the electrode in David's spine stimulate and effectively wake up his leg muscles. 5 years on our shores, this Swiss medical marvel's incredible progress is giving hope to millions paralysed by spinal cord injuries.
You're moving so much quicker than last time.
Yes,
Is it easier?
a little bit. So technology changed. That helps a lot.
Sensors on David's legs are controlled by a computer tablet. His friend and support worker Adrian uses Bluetooth to help David walk.
And I can really fine-tune the stimulation. So if I don't want to walk, I just stop. And if I want to walk, stimulation kicks back in. So that's because of the sensors on the shank.
David was paralysed when, in 2010, the then aspiring sports teacher attempted a routine flip on a trampoline into a foam pit. He's come a long way since then.
In the beginning, I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't scratch my head, and you realize that it's really severe. At that point, of course, you think about the long term, and you'd like to be able to walk again one day. So during my rehab, I was really interested in all those scientists that were in the same clinic. And then I got in contact with those scientists, and they're like, you know what, there's one study you'd be interested in. I went to look at it and was like, yeah, I'm really interested in that one.
Yeah, I'll walk again, thank you.
Yeah, why not?
No one could have predicted how much that trial would change David's life. He and science can't yet explain how exactly, But David's even been able to make slight movements without the electrical pulse.
Funny enough, during my first rehab, I remember dreaming of walking again, and then I woke up. I was like, ah. So when I started moving the muscles on the left side again in that night, of course I thought I was dreaming again, but I wasn't. And I'm really curious if we can push the limits even further and improve more.
Dreams come true, David.
We'll hope so.
David dreams of a total cure. As ambassador for Red Bull's Wings for Life charity run, he raises money all around the world for spinal cord research. In 2020, David walked an incredible 467 metres. Tonight, at this year's event in Adelaide, he's one of hundreds at the starting line. He'll be overtaken by all of them, but it's his goal that's the most inspiring.
For this year, I have a new idea, because there's one record I haven't broken in a while now. It's walking as long as possible. And this time, I'm trying to not take a break.
Hard work.
Absolutely. It's going to be 32 minutes. And I think my record is around 15 minutes. So it's going to be a good challenge.
For David, the task is as much a mental game as it is a physical one.
Yeah. Still there.
While the device stimulates his leg muscles, every movement's still difficult and tiring and requires extraordinary effort.
Yeah, mate, come on, good job.
His goal is to walk for 32 minutes, but after an astonishing hour and 11 minutes, he finally calls it quits. It's a new record for David, a staggering 620 metres walked non-stop.
Thank you, guys. Keep going. Woo!
I could see your legs shaking. What kept you going?
Well, partly knowing that there are people all around the world doing the same. Looking up at the sky and just visualizing all the people that brought me here.
I could see the strain on your face, but then the smiles when people were cheering your name.
That's just amazing. I mean, these are people I've never seen before. They know my name. They support me. Let me support them once again. Let's go, Adelaide!
As incredible as it is, these are still just the first steps. David Mzee knows the science has a long way to go, but he's done his part to prove the remarkable is possible. You've put in a lot of work over many years. You can do the things you love doing, or you're just enjoying it now.
If you're always chasing a dream and you forget to live your life, what life was it then? On the other hand, if it looks like there's potential to get better and maybe help many people around the world, it's kind of your responsibility to do it as well. You gotta work hard, but on the other side, you should also enjoy life, and that's what I'm trying to balance.
Hello, I'm Adam Hegarty. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minute segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.